but you're hungry. So you dash into the kitchen, thinking, what can I grab to eat quick? Your eyes race to the fridge and pantry at lightning speed. What would be considered real food, but still something I can make in a jiffy? Jiffy. That's it, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. We have all been down this road before, and I know I can make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in 25.2 seconds flat. And not just any sloppy old sandwich, but peanut butter done right. I'm a pro. Now, peanuts contain no cholesterol, and about 80% of their fat is poly and monounsaturated, which means it helps keeps cholesterol levels down. Now, when most peanut butters are made, vegetable oil is added to the mixture to help keep the peanut butter from separating. So it'll look a little bit something like this. Now, although the label says natural, the ingredients here read peanuts, sugar, palm oil, salt, and molasses. Today, we will be avoiding these trans fats, which are associated with higher levels of type 2 diabetes, stroke, and heart disease. Today, we'll be avoiding those by using natural, truly organic peanut butter, where the only ingredients here are peanuts. When you first open the jar, there will be oil sitting on the top because there's nothing to help keep it from separating. So naturally, it would separate. So there are so many options here. Whole wheat bread or white bread, crunchy or creamy peanut butter, jam, jelly, honey, or preserves. And then, which flavor? This is an exercise that requires advanced decision-making skills. Now, one of the things that makes peanut butter and jelly a wonderful main popular dish is that it requires very few utensils. A spreader, maybe two, and very few ingredients. Peanut butter, jam, jelly, honey, or bread. If you're healthy, you'll be leaning towards the whole wheat. But today we'll use my favorite, the good old-fashioned white bread. Lay it down on a hard surface. You know, it's actually only about 3:46, and I won't be eating this until after the speech. And so we want to make sure that we spread a nice thin layer of peanut butter on one of the slices. Are you tired of all your hard work being wasted on that peanut butter and jelly sandwich because your children don't like it because it's too soggy? Well, think no more. Because when you put a thin slice of peanut butter on one slice of bread, it helps to make sure it's truly edible, because it will make sure that the jelly or jam doesn't seep through and make it mushy. So your kids will always want to eat your wonderful peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Next, we'll add the usual amount on the other slice of bread, usually about 2 tablespoons. We want to make sure that we spread it to the edges, not really like I'm doing today, but we want to make sure that we add a little bit more peanut butter there. Did you know that the American Peanut Council says that John Harvey Kellogg of cereal fame first invented peanut butter way back in 1895? And it first wasn't introduced until the World's Fair of 1904 in St. Louis, Missouri. Today, we'll be spreading on the good stuff now with jam and jelly. Now, you might want to add some fiber in the form of banana slices, raisins, or apple slices, as I have here today. Because, well, we wouldn't want you to have a not nutritious meal, and that's why this is always a surefire way to make sure that your kids have a healthy, balanced meal, if there are peanut butter spread to the edges. Now, let's spread on this thin slice of, not slice, but rather just thin layer of jelly. We want to make sure that you have the right ratio. After 1 or 2 sandwiches, you'll have just the right ratio for you. Now, I usually like this much because this is the amount I've put on today, and this is so we want to make sure that we have just the right ratio. We wouldn't want you to take a bite into a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and find that it's too peanut buttery. It's hard to eat nicely, but peanut butter stuck to the roof of your mouth. Now we will be matching the edges so as to reduce messiness and making sure that it is looking supreme. Now, I think I did a pretty good job on that, but that's because I've done it a couple times. It may take some practice, keep in mind. If it's not always on the first try, just keep on doing it. You'll get it right. Now, at the end of the day, your peanut butter and jelly sandwich should look a little something like this. Now, an average peanut butter and jelly sandwich contains about 403 calories and 12 grams of protein, with 27% of your daily recommended intake of fat. But don't get me wrong, there are enough variations of this family classic that never need be ordinary. Did you know that Elvis Presley was famously known for one variation? He had an entire loaf of Italian bread with a strong slathering of peanut butter and jelly, and an entire pound of bacon. Now, this may not be your favorite, but apparently it was his. So his mother also was famous for one variation, where she grilled the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, kind of like a grilled cheese sandwich, but with peanut butter and jelly. And then there is the next combination, which is not really my favorite, and I'm not really sure whose it is, but it comes with peanut butter, pickles, and tomatoes and lettuce, which combines the peanut butter club, is what it's called. And so this is if you're more in for a disgusting, okay meal, and you're not really looking for the peanut butter and jelly classic. But it will have peanut butter on it, and that's what makes it the peanut butter part. But there is my favorite part, and my ultimate favorite sandwich is the fluffernutter, which combines chocolate sauce, marshmallow sauce, and peanut butter, all in between two pancakes. Here, the options truly are endless. This is a few more calories than 403. The options really are endless, and that is what makes the peanut butter and jelly so awesome. Like I always say, give a man a sandwich, you feed him for a day. Teach a man how to make a sandwich, and you feed him and his children for a lifetime.